Yeah. Now this rap shit has been good to me. It pays my bills, keeps me in jewelry. Sometimes it's conflicts, cause it's usually a nigga tryna get back where he used to be.
Now I got to go and get disrespectful. All cause niggas ain't recognizing that I'm the one. Knowing if I see him and hop out, they gon' run, clear whole gates, visualizing the outcome. Multiple lead showers, dozens of pretty flowers. Memories, tears, screams, and hollers for hours. Fucking cowards. Your bird brain should've stayed in college. Now you're in the war zone where niggas die over dollars. Now what you get? Nothing but a moment of silence. An old lady screaming, stop the violence, here we go. Another typical video. Niggas screaming out of city that knows he's a hoe, really low. Take a look at you, then look at me. I'm a G, and you a Y-S-S-U-P. Or B-U-S-S-Y, it don't matter how you flip it. Rearrange it or move it, niggas die for music.
It's simple, ain't it? The D's tryna find out if it's gang related. I'm riding in my old school candy painted. The unit on top and they mad we made it. We can't be faded. It's simple, ain't it? The D's tryna find out if it's gang related. I'm riding in my old school candy painted. The unit on top and they mad we made it. We can't be faded. It's
There's a
simple,
little
ain't it?
story I would like to tell about a certain individual perpetrating like hell. Well, you seen him round imitating legends. Tough as hell on his records, but terrified of my presence. I'm tickled cause his career only lasts a couple seconds. Begging for attention, dropping a name in every sentence. A little slick punk from the other side of the water as the target intended for the slaughter. Sequoia lawyer, I get up on you. Your enemies are rich. Man, think about it. You can't even control your bitch. These industry fucks don't want no drama. Nigga, respect me like an old timer, like old summer. I'ma keep my composure before I burn that nigga. Radio rapper, Howard Stern ass nigga. And I'ma be on top of you with no hit. Cause I'm so slick, ask the niggas you roll with.
It's simple, ain't it? The D's tryna find out if it's gang related. I'm riding in my old school candy painted. The unit on top and they mad we made it. We can't be faded. It's simple, ain't it? The D's tryna find out if it's gang related. I'm riding in my old school candy painted. The unit on top and they mad we made it. We can't be faded. It's simple, ain't it?
I mean, getting about 30K views in 10 hours is a little more simple than you think. In fact, getting almost 100,000 views in 48 hours is much more simple than you think. If you want to learn how to maximize with your content on YouTube, hit me up, because these things are more simple than you can ever imagine. For example, these conversations with celebrities didn't happen with me for no reason. So DM me right now or message me and let's do this. Let's get it popping. Let's go. Yeah. What's popping? What's good? It's the town versus everybody. Yo, welcome to Showface News. You can call me what you want. Just don't call me woke. It's the town favorite. You already know the vibes. It's the town versus everybody. I repeat, it's the town versus everybody. And without further ado, all the way from Flushing, Queens, we got the one and only Sweet. Stop playing game.
Push a goddamn button. Push a goddamn button. Push a goddamn button. Push a goddamn.
Salute. Hey, listen, man. Well, check it out, man. Has Pusha T responded? Is Pusha T going to respond? That is the question. That is the biggest question right now. People are waiting and waiting and waiting. And I'm gonna take a very wise guess, make a hypothesis, an educated guess on what can happen. I feel like if Pusha T, or when Pusha T responds, it's gonna be like when Jay responded to Nas. Remember how long it took Jay to respond to Ether? It took a while. It took a minute. Because Funk Flex played the wrong song on Hot 97. Well, I don't know if it was Funk Flex, but Hot 97 played the wrong diss track. The first time Nas dropped Ether, they played the wrong diss track. They played Super Ugly instead of playing Takeover, which was supposed to be the, you know, original disc for Nas. But they played Super Ugly, and then Jay had to drop, you know, Takeover like, you know, weeks or months later, whenever it happened. Beef was technically already dead. You dig? But anywho, like I was saying, Pusha probably might not respond, or he might be waiting to respond. We don't know. You dig? He said he did respond. He did respond. It's out. It's nice. Showface. You gotta hear it. Where? Did Pusha really respond? Hold on a second. Let me double check. Hold on. You said he responded. We need a link. Where is that? If he responded, we need a link. Let's get to it. I need a link. Somebody link me. If that's facts, I need a link. He said it was AI generated. Really? That's crazy. Let's listen to the AI generated one then. It shouldn't hurt to play the AI. He said no, it was fake. Okay. So it wasn't real. Somebody AI generated. See, this is why I don't like AI, man. AI is destroying everything. This is why AI is gonna destroy a lot of things. If two people get into warfare on wax, on audio, two rappers, and we got people making fake disses, it's gonna destroy it. Like it's gonna get corny. And people are gonna always be corny. So how do we stop people from being corny? We can't. We can't do it. It's gonna have to be a face-to-face battle, because apparently you can't do nothing, right? But let's just say if Pusha T was to respond, one of his biggest ammos would actually be having the knowledge that Alpo was with Jimmy's girl, man. Because Alpo was with Chrissy, man. And if you remember when Max B and Jim Jones had they dispute, that Max B would mention how Alpo was with Chrissy and all that, right? As well as saying that he was with Chrissy, but that's not true. Max B was never with Chrissy. In case you thought that was true, it wasn't. Max B did not have no affairs with Chrissy. It was all for promo and disrespect. However, somebody who was with Chrissy was the late rat himself, Alpo. The late rat, Alpo, a tough rat named Alpo Martinez, who was very prominent, in the New York 80s drug scene, right? We have audio to confirm these things, though. Hit that like button, share the video. Let's keep it going.
DC and I knew them, I would step to them first and let them know, like, look, you need to be real careful down here. You need to. I don't know if you ever heard this kid named Daddy-O. Daddy-O? Yeah, Spanish kid named Daddy. Okay. It's a Spanish kid. Okay. He used to mess with the, I don't know if you ever ran into this girl named Chrissy. Yeah, I heard of Chrissy. Okay, Chrissy was the young bad little girl everybody was being with. Okay. So it started off with me and Rich, A, and then she just wanted, but she was madly in love with me. Okay. She was madly in love with me, but I just could never really get into her like that because I was doing other things and she wasn't sucking the dick. You hear me? I used to tell them girls, I don't care what your mama tell you. I know your mother tell you the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. No. With Alpo, it was through his dick. Okay. You suck Poe dick, he was loving. Okay. I got to have that, Antoine. You hear me? Yeah, I got it. No, I got to have the head, man. You got to suck the willy, man. I'm not messing with you. I'm leaving you. Okay. So, anyway, the girl Chrissy was with this kid Daddy. She was with this kid Daddy. Now, this kid Daddy came on down to DC, and I told him, I said, yo, whatever you do, don't come down here with a bunch of New Yorkers, man, and thinking you're going to take over and all that, because you're going to cause yourself problems. Right. Surround yourself with some good DC dudes and feed them, make sure they eat, and you're going to be all right. They're going to protect you. Right. He came down with a whole bunch of New Yorkers, and they wind up playing him out and wind up leaving him in DC. He left DC in a body bag.
That sucks. But You would know what wasn't sucking, allegedly. Chrissy champ. Now, if you heard what you heard, Alpo said he got rid of Chrissy because Chrissy wasn't giving the willy work. She wasn't giving the willy works. You dig? If you know what the willy works is, he says she wasn't trying to give up no willy work. You dig? She wasn't doing it. He said he said if you're gonna be with Alpo, and you have to put in willy work. You dig? You don't know what willy work is? I'll let you, let's just say it goes with the top, champ. He wanted the Becky, champ. He wanted the Becky, the Suzanne. You dig? So therefore, that's why he got rid of Chrissy. But if Max B used to say that Chrissy was with a bunch of street dudes, though. She said she wasn't only with Alpo, she was with a couple of people. In fact, remember Max B said that Alpo knocked her teeth out at one point. Allegedly, I don't know if that's facts. Because a lot of y'all might believe that Max B was with Chrissy when he wasn't. Max B was never, ever doing anything with Jim Jones' girlfriend, Chrissy. And the reason Jim Jones probably will never put a ring on Shorty's fingers because she has a long track record, man. She's one of those girls that you know is a bop, but you like her, but she's a bop, so you can't wife her because she's a bop. And you should never wife a bop because it will get very nasty. Once you wife a bop, you're trusting a bop. You shouldn't trust a bop. Bops are not trustworthy. You dig? But yeah, man, Jimmy still ain't married Shorty, and it's for a reason. I wouldn't marry her neither, nigga. You dig? But Pusha T did not respond, man. If you hear the response, it's AI generated and it's not real. And this is what I hate about AI, man. AI is going to destroy the game because if we got people making AI versions of diss tracks that we're waiting to hear, it literally destroys the fun, excitement, and everything surrounding the battle. So we can't even watch people go head to head because somebody's going to fake it and act like it's them when it's not. So at that point, all we could do is verses or some type of head to head battling over the beat or something. Because if this is going on, it literally kills the value of the battle. It kills the whole momentum. It destroys an entire feud that's going on. You dig what I'm saying? And something like that, having AI generated Pusha T responses, is just bad for business, man. It's just bad overall. Kills the game 100%. This AI thing is definitely doing more damage than it's actually doing good. I mean, it's doing good, but it's also doing damage because of things like this. If I'm waiting for somebody to drop a diss track, I don't want you to AI generate them on a diss track. I want to hear them rap. But you AI generating people. Like, it's not fun no more, man. Y'all killing the fun. Y'all got these people coming from wherever they coming from, man. And they creating these fake, I mean, it's not fake voices, but they taking these voices and putting them through a system to where they can actually rap. It's crazy. Y'all got chatbots ruining rap, man. You dig? It's crazy, man. Y'all have an automated service destroying hip-hop, man. I mean, hip-hop is what it is. A lot of people will say that hip-hop is at its falling point, on its last leg. I disagree. Hip-hop is whatever you want it to be. If you want to listen to trash, well, you can't be mad because everything is not trash. There's too much talent out here in the world for hip-hop to be actually dead. It's an oversaturated market is what it is, but even then still, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. But Pusha T ain't respond yet. And if he does respond, I don't know if he's going to. I feel like he might pull a Hove move because he's cool with Hove. He might be trying to pull a Hove move where he waits a minute to respond. You know what I'm saying? Will this beef leave unanswered? I don't know. Because I'm going to be real with you. If Pusha don't respond, Pusha lost. As far as I'm concerned, I know a lot of y'all ain't like the diss track. I thought it was great. I thought it was a very good diss track. Nobody came at Pusha like that. Sunshine Aquarius says an AI song that's desperate. That should be illegal. It should be illegal, but it's not. It's actually not against the law, and a person cannot be sued because they're not actually copying the cadence of the artist. So that they figured out a way to manipulate the system to where they're not even breaking the law when they actually do it. Jim Jones didn't marry Chrissy because she's known as a rat out there. If she's known as a rat, he shouldn't be with her, period. And if you with a rat, that doesn't stop you from marrying him. He's not with her because she's a bop. You dig? Rat bop. If she was such a rat, he would be in jail right now. That's Capo, man. Capo wouldn't be with a rat. They say she's a rat, but where's the paperwork? You know what I'm saying? You can't call people rats without paperwork. And I have not heard about not one time where they say Chrissy is a rat. You dig? Sunshine Aquarius says, why is someone making AI songs instead of making their own music? Because people like to manipulate the system and get bread, and then getting a lot of money from doing it. So they're doing it. It's a gateway for them to get a lot of money, you know? And they're getting a lot of money from what they're doing. Can't be stopped. Calvin says, Showface, who is the best rapper in Dipset? Best rapper in Dipset, I would say between Jewels, Cam, and J.R. Ryder. I would say Killer, to be honest with you. Especially in earlier years, Killer was going ham. She ratted on Alpo and they used to date. Is that a fact? That she snitched on Alpo? I never heard of that. Protective custody in I didn't hear about it. All I know is Jimmy has complete beef, or had complete beef with Alpo. So he actually made that Rich Porter project where he was trying to be his Rich Porter. Rich Porter was a dude. He ended up smoking. You know what I'm saying? So again, I gotta see the paperwork. I haven't heard of Chrissy snitching on Alpo. I didn't know of any of that. And even if she did snitch, why would you be with a snitch? It doesn't make sense. You see what I'm saying? It wouldn't make sense. Of course he did. Cam never liked Chrissy, and Jim and him fell out for a while. They still fell out. Connor right now still falling out. DM3 says, we was slapping that Purple Haze all the way out here in the sack. That album was crazy. Purple Haze was a classic. Purple Haze was a classic. But, you know what I'm saying? He met her in Miami while she was out there on protective custody. Where'd you hear this from? I've never heard this. This is news to me. Salute. Never heard this before. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I'm asking. Where you get that information from? You said he met her on protective custody. You said Chrissy ratted on Alpo. Where you get that information from? I'm not saying it's true or not true. I just want to know where you got it from. I'm not calling you a liar. I just want to know where you got that information. That's all I'm asking. Where did the info come from? Is my question. You dig? Because again, paperwork gotta be provided. You know, I just want to know where you got the information from. And that's it. That's all I want to know. All I know is that Chrissy's a bot. Don't mind YouTube and Google search. I believe it makes sense. Oh, nah. See? I don't like that response. You gotta prove though. You can't say things and not prove it. You gotta prove what you're saying. Imagine me going out here saying that Jay-Z was in protective custody and and Beyonce not marrying Jay-Z because he's a rat. That doesn't, and I don't got no proof. That doesn't make sense. I can't do that. I'm just saying, if you're gonna say something like that, You need to have proof because that's a serious allegation. Even if it is Chrissy, it's a serious allegation. And nobody, I've never heard, listen, let me tell you something. I've been all around New York. You understand me? And I've never heard anybody say this. Ever. Like, I really was outside. I never heard nobody say this. That's why I'm trying to tell you. If you can't prove it, sorry. Salute to you, but you need to understand that that's a serious allegation. You never heard about this and about Chrissy in Harlem? No, I didn't. I have not. I have not heard Chrissy snitching on Alpo. I've never heard it. Never in my life. And it will be hard to believe that Capo of all people would be someone who would want to be involved with somebody who told. It's Capo. Do you know what that title means? Capo is a big homie title. You gonna get Capo title that's a big homie title. I want you to understand that. So why would a big homie be dating a rat? Doesn't make sense. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. So Chrissy was just around when everything was good, then gone the next. He said it's true, Wack 100. Wack might have said it, man. I don't know. Maybe Wack said it. But I'm telling you, paperwork. You can't call nobody a rat without that paperwork. You dig? We got paper. When I call somebody that, it's because it can be proven. You could believe what you want, but it don't mean it's true. It don't mean it's true. Just because nobody wants to do it don't mean it's true. With the statement that you're making, you can honestly say that Jim Jones is also a rat because there was a wiretap between him and Mel Murder. And that still doesn't prove anything because there's no paperwork on Jim Jones because Jim Jones wasn't a part of that RICO. Just because you believe it don't make it true. Y'all need to understand that. You can't say things that just aren't true. Bro, a lot of people said Jay Prince got arrested. It wasn't just Wack. It was a bunch of people saying that Jay Prince got arrested. I seen tons of channels eating off of the murder takeoff, talking about Jay Prince arrested. Jay Prince about to get raided by the feds. Jay Prince Jr. locked up. People lie every day, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Wack be lying why she moved from her great life in New York to Miami. If I was in New York, I would move to Miami too. I'm not gonna lie, Miami a very nice place. Who wouldn't move to? The question is, who wouldn't want to move to Miami? If I had a choice, I might move to Miami over New York because I know in Miami it's a lot of quality out there. You know, there's some quality bops in Miami. It look nice out there. It look nice in Miami, I ain't gonna lie. You just told me who would move from New York to Miami. A lot of people. A lot of people. I know you ain't just asked that question. Pusha needs to respond to Jim right away, immediately, right now. Pusha T should be recording right now. Should Pusha T need to respond now? The consensus is gonna have him winning no matter how bad the diss track is. No matter how good or how bad that record is, if he does this, Jim Jones, I want you to know consensus has him winning. So the narrative will be that Jim lost badly. But it's not true. You know what I'm saying? When it's not true, it's, you know. Anyway, if Pusha was to diss Jim Jones right now, he would win off consensus vote. Because again, the response is not real. So the response that Pusha T, that's not even Pusha T, that's an AI generated vocal. Like the vocals is AI generated by somebody, a hacker or somebody, I don't know. But that's not Pusha T, man. That's a fake this ain't real. So in case y'all thought it was real, it's not real. The AI game is destroying everything. We can't even get a battle because people are out here faking vocals and pretending to be other rappers. It's weird to me, honestly. I don't understand. I think it's weird. I think it's bad for business. I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't remember Jim Jones being super lyrical. You don't listen to Jim Jones. That's because you don't listen to Jim Jones. Jim Jones in recent years actually does have quite a few lyrical projects. Drake didn't lose to Pusha T. He just won off the wow factor of mentioning Drake's kid. Maybe you have a point. Because the only reason people was really saying that Drake lost is because Pusha T exposed the fact that he had a son. The fact that Pusha T revealed very intimate details about Drake's life was the reason why people said he won. Now, I'm going to be real. I don't remember too much of Drake and Pusha T's back and forth. I know it was a Duppy freestyle, and I know it was the story of Adina, his son, right? I get all that, man. Myron Israel Smith says Pusha T will put Jim Jones into a coma. Jim Jones, whackety whack. I disagree, champ. The only song I like is Summer in Miami, ironically. So the last song, good song by Jim Jones, was Summer in Miami. That means you ain't listening to Jim Jones in almost, how long? Almost 20 years you didn't listen to Jim Jones. Going on 20 years and you still ain't listening to Jim Jones. If you're talking about Summer in Miami, that was like 2005. He also blew up his Nike campaign. That's also a fact. I forgot about that. So we gonna do this is a Jim Jones slander fest. Listen, man, Jim Jones ain't trash, man. I don't know what y'all listen to, but y'all definitely don't listen to Jim Jones, man. See, everybody has their own bias, and everybody don't really listen to certain raps. Once you have a narrative set in your head about a certain rapper, you just don't like them. You dig what I'm saying? Once you have a narrative set in your head that this rapper is trash, or this rapper is a rat, or this rapper is a sucker, if you believe those things, then you're obviously going to assume that he's trash and think in your head that he's garbage. You know what I'm saying? Del Rice, Mississippi tapping in, my boy. My first time watching the Catchy live. Salute to Mississippi in the building, man. Jim Jones got so many holes in his armor. Jojo Capone, Max B, True Life, Pusha T gonna cook Jim. Honestly, Max B, he didn't really do too much damage to Jim Jones. I'm gonna be honest with you. Salute to Max, because I'm definitely a Max B fan, but Max ain't really do no damage to Capo, man. Favorite Mobb Deep album? Probably the second album. Second album in 96 was the best work to me personally. I did like Jim Jones more on Love and Hip Hop. I didn't. Love and Hip Hop's not a real show. Reality TV isn't real, guys. The only ones saying Jim trash is the same ones who make people like Lil Pump famous. People make people famous without even realizing they be making people famous, man. And salute to Lil Pump too, man. Lil Pump had the glow for a little minute too. You know what I'm saying? Whether you like it or not, Lil Pump is considered a legend on SoundCloud. That boy was making serious noise at some point in time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. You can feel however you feel about Jim Jones. It is what it is, man. All I know is if Pusha T does drop a diss, he is obviously gonna win off consensus alone. Consensus alone says yes, he's going to win. You know what I'm saying? That says yes, he's definitely going to win easily. And not because I think so, because I don't think he could top what Jim Jones actually did. To me personally, I think what Capo did was like a nail in the coffin. But that's just me, right? I can't speak for everybody else. My narratives is I don't have any narrative. I know who was better, and I know for a fact that Capo would get Pusha T up out of here, man. And I also know for a fact that Capo has a way better music resume than Pusha T. Way better. Way more impact. Way better. For sure. But hey, man. As I always say, the show is never over. The show is never done. It's never over, gang. You already know the vibe. Stop playing, man.
Button.